There's the Lincoln Memorial. There he is on his toilet. Hello my friends, today I'm going to be showing you the central room at the top floor of the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. And since our bus tour dropped us off near the Lincoln Memorial, I figured I might as well show you that and the walk to the museum itself. Which is kind of fitting since the Lincoln Memorial is both tied to the abolishment of slavery and also the civil rights movement, since this is where Martin Luther King had his I Have a Dream speech. Besides the famous statue itself, there's also some murals on the walls of the Lincoln Memorial that also feature some of Lincoln's quotes underneath. Alright, with that said, let's make our way to the museum. There's a fucking golden sword that's on fire. I don't know what the hell that's about, but it's across from the Washington Monument. We are now approaching the museum itself. As you can see, it has a very unique shape compared to most buildings in Washington, D.C. And later on in this video, we will show the artwork that inspired the look of this building. But we'll be saving a broader and larger discussion of said artwork for another time. Today we're just going to do a more generalized tour of the central room. In the central room, Tupac's Black Cotton as well as other copyrighted songs were playing. And there go, I shall be muting the audio because I don't want copyright claims on my YouTube channel. Here you see the first floor lobby of the museum, and we were recommended to check out the very top floor first and then make our way down from there. So you'll be seeing us ride the escalator up. The central room, known as Cultural Expressions, is surrounded by three other galleries. On the left is the Visual Arts, on the right is Movies and Performance, and straight ahead is the Music Gallery. All three of these are of course very important parts of culture. So you may be wondering what is in this central room, and the answer to that is many various things. But what I recall the most prominent being is vital life expressions such as the culinary arts of cooking and the art of clothing. There's a prominent plaque in the museum that quotes the African-American playwright and director George C. Wolfe, and it states, "God created black people and black people created style." It's undeniable that black people have helped to shape America's sense of fashion. And not only are clothes used to express one's style, but it can also be used to express one's political beliefs as well. For example, one plaque talks about how some African Americans wear t-shirts which bear political protest messages, like protesting against police brutality and other racial injustices. And it also talks about clothing such as the dashiki, which is used as a symbol of black unity and pride. Anyway, getting back to African American cooking, black people have been an important part of America's culinary culture since before the United States of America even existed. And not only did they create new dishes for America, but they've even brought over many food staples from Africa as well. For example, there's a native African rice that was brought over during the days of slavery. It was so important that it was known as Carolina Gold. And a popular black dish that's made with rice is rice pudding. And of course there are many other food dishes that we have in America today thanks to black people. In fact, during my trip to Washington, D.C. and Virginia, a lot of the time when I ate, I was eating fried okra, which is another great African American food. There are of course many other things and subjects to discuss in this part of the museum, but for now, we'll wrap up today's video with just a glimpse of the Yoruba royal pillar that inspired the look of this museum. Notice the trapezoidal segments which crown the top of the pillar. That is what influenced the structure of the National Museum of African American History and Culture. And we will talk more in depth about this artwork in another video, so make sure you subscribe for more. Thanks as always for watching.